the Ennead. The Ennead? The Ennead?
Ennead.
I'm going to continue to say it wrong, just because. The Ennead is the new expedition that came with the Brimstone Sands expansion, and it looks amazing. However, it is also supposedly one of the harder, if not the hardest, expedition currently available. And as a certified, casual New World enjoyer, I am both undergeared and unprepared. So we're gonna run it anyways. As you approach the Ennead, and you get to look up and marvel at the sheer scale of the pyramid, admiring the majesty of these crumbling ruins, as we make our way to the entrance. But as you get closer, and closer, and closer, and then all of a sudden you're at the door, and BAM! You wait for several hours because no one's online. After being in Group Finder for a couple of real-life hours, we have 4 other miscreants ready to run this expedition with me. We have myself, Sir Goonington, as the healer, Michael Lanton as the tank, and as our 3 DPS, we have Synopsio, Zazendar, and Rule the Rude. I'll be occasionally including comms from the actual run to help you better understand this crew of misfits I've assembled, or because I think they're funny. So our ragtag group of adventurers are having a chat as we waltz in, and it came to my attention during this conversation that none of the group has done this expedition before. Given that fact, it enhances the casual experience. We breeze our way through the first room, clearing everything in our way, and then we get to the first corridor past the first room. And we pull a little bit too many enemies, and because I did not prepare in any way, I was still running the melee build for the Void Gauntlet, which, when in a party as the dedicated healer, is dogshit. And as we just saw, I died. This is going to be a very common occurrence in this run. Fast forward a couple minutes, and we're at the end of that corridor, and in a room filled with more elite units than we've seen so far by quite a bit, which are the giant Minotaur and bird constructs. So we start wailing on them. And one of them has a charge-up attack, which when it pops, 3 of us die instantly.
Shit, that guy fucking...
Yeah, he fucks, man, he fucks.
Truly the best my server has to offer. As I had already used my revive earlier, I had to run back to rejoin the fight. And then someone aggroed the constructs at the back, which then proceed to immediately kill me.
Alright, someone get our healer out, please.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have the taunt gems, but I'm taking aggro a lot. After another charge-up attack wipes everyone in the party at the same time, we have a civil discussion with our DPS about letting the tank pull. And then we went back down the corridor and cleared the room, and continued towards the first boss.
Also, are there any chests?
I have not either.
There were chests. We didn't get them. We approach the arena up the stairs, and we do find the first boss. But because we're running it blind, we don't know what it is, until a giant scarab construct pops out, Godling Kepri Supernal.
Sorry, I don't know how to do this boss, but we'll
I don't
figure it
either,
out.
to be honest. But yeah, if we get white, fuck it.
Figure it out, I guess.
and with whatever loot we scrounged from the boss and the chest immediately after, we go to the teleporter to the next floor. On the second floor, we hit pretty much most of the enemies and take every unnecessary turn. Then we all get a little lost.
Do we go down here, or where are we going?
In hindsight, we went everywhere except where we needed to go.
This looks like the right way.
It wasn't.
Probably should deal with the summoner guy.
Maybe we should deal with this other guy. Man, I just want to go to bed. What?
Well, I mean, the good news is you do have a hard deadline of the servers going down.
Some of the more perceptive among you might have noticed a change towards the bottom of the screen. That change was a pop-up message from the devs. Incoming downtime for a planned patch. The servers will go down on November 23rd, 2022 at 12 a.m., which is in roughly 45 minutes.
It's just a matter of time.
How long of a dungeon is this, by the way? Whatever, it gives me a reason to go to bed early.
Yeah, let's take our time. There's no like time limit.
It's just a matter of time. With a timer counting down to our inevitable demise, started by the game itself. We have to clear the second boss, the third floor, and the final boss in under 45 minutes. With the group that has wiped continuously on both regular mobs and the bosses. Which is why when I died to an elite archer close to outside of the arena of the second boss and had to run back from a respawn crystal, my group had already gone into the boss arena without me. And I'm the healer, which initiates wipe number 1. And while we're commiserating outside on that first attempt, we have a bit of an unexpected visitor. I don't know how he got in there. I don't understand it.
Oh, wait, what the?
With our skeletal friend having gone on his merry way, we're left to defeat the second boss, General Crassus, and his corrupted legion. Again, with no preparation from anyone.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this?
My first attempt, and my team's second, went rather pathetically, and I died my second true death rather quickly. And about 15 seconds later, our tank made an astute observation.
Oh, our healer was dead.
Which brings us to wipe number 2. Group morale and hope seems to be taking a downward turn.
It's lost track from you guys and bedtime.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's fine.
In our downcast mood, a sliver of hope does present itself.
It doesn't look like this is the last guy either, so...
No, it's not. But if we can beat him, that'd be cool.
Let's try this.
Sometimes all you need is the thought of being cool. And so begins the third attempt. Also, the only consistent thing in this boss fight is that he continually summons more corrupted legion units, and then they aggro on me.
Yeah, I got this.
I have the aggro of the ads, please help.
Which pretty much sums up the first phase.
What is he doing? What is he doing? What do we do? Oh shit.
He's summoning more guys.
So long. Oh, he turned into a bow guy. He turned into a bowman.
And he's shooting at me.
The first and second phase aren't really all that different.
I'm being chased by a legionnaire.
He just shoots instead of stabs. The real switch up is the third phase, where he goes from the regular mobs to only summoning Cyclopses.
Got 2 brutes.
Yeah, people are trying to get over there.
This is crazy. What the fuck?
And our few collective brain cells are hard at work.
Is he a mage or is he?
I think he's everything.
Like right now, he's like a summoner. That's like a summoner.
Well, he has been summoning a lot of guys.
Slowly and steadily, we get him down to the last sliver of health.
I died right as we killed him.
After that meticulously fought battle, we all sort of trudge along and get moving to the third floor.
Alright, fine, he's still getting.
Looks like he's going to the next portal.
Looks like we can peer pressure. Peer pressure, yeah.
I think that boss was a lot
God.
easier than the first
Hey,
boss.
we gotta go to bed. Work
I mean, we
mode,
have
don't feel
like 20
bad.
minutes to server shut down anyway.
Lucky for us, the third floor is fairly simple. It's pretty much a straight shot through minimal enemies right to the last arena. The end of the line.
I think this is final boss.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we speedrun this in 20 minutes or we fail. Let's go.
Sounds like you kill him and then they go come back at 50% health.
I can't.
Oh, he's doing it again. God damn it.
Wow.
They're scared they're gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, we gotta break his stamina, I think. Right? Or this is just ended. Or do you know how damage? Okay.
He's gonna be angry for a little while.
So then it must be okay, like in Genesis, we go to the ground. Oh fuck.
Now we do it again.
And now we get
Oh, that insta-killed me. Okay.
oh fuck, that's gonna get the healer, it's gonna get the healer. We're missing Sin? Fuck,
The Sin died a while ago.
no wonder we're doing all the damage. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know.
Tell us what to do.
That first run could have gone better, but now we have a fairly good idea of what the first phase is like.
Didn't everybody watch the 2-hour tutorial guide on this dungeon?
Alright.
Come on.
Get to the end. Come on, guys.
But the silent Zazendar does come in clutch by actually telling us what we need to do for Heron, the second phase, even if it's just through in-game chat.
We got 13 minutes.
It's
Good
doable.
luck.
I know I made the first attempt look extremely cinematic compared to the previous boss fights, but we struggled a lot.
We broke him already. Oh, we have to get him to run into the pillar.
Oh my god, wait, what the, dude, we're so dumb, bro, we're so dumb.
To give you a better idea of how stuck we were, here's all the footage from that first attempt of us kiting Anpu
Sorry, come on me.
at 250% speed. It's a bit of a long time. You know, it just kind of, it keeps going. Given that I have around 35 seconds of footage, when it's sped up considerably. But we learned from our previous mistakes. We kept him in the corner and burned Anpu down pretty quick.
Come on, we're almost there, boys.
Alright. So, we
Yeah.
got one white.
3 minutes out of our 13-minute timer. It's totally doable.
Oh,
Healer down, healer down.
wait,
But the sun wave and the sunspots and the burn were enough to do me in a second time, initiating wipe number 2.
we got 8 minutes. Well, I mean, we
It's
don't
doable.
more than 8 minutes because it's never exactly like 2 minutes. They just give us time.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go in.
And with some drip-fed cope, we move on to attempt number 3. But it doesn't go too hot. Synopsio gets killed a second time and is out of the fight. And then Zazendarl follows not too long after. So an executive call was made to wipe and just go again. A final walk up the stairs while we wait for everyone to convene. With just under 5 minutes remaining before the servers are set to go down,
The multi-bar health.
for good or ill, this is the last attempt.
A very clean first phase. Let's go, boys.
And Anpu falls, with no deaths in the party, a step up from before. And so we move on to Haru, the one that has eluded us
He's glitched for
so far.
I can't see the bar.
We bring him down just enough to start off the Sunwave channels again.
Okay, this is gonna teleport. Yep, teleporting. Everybody get a pillar.
I fucked it up royally.
Don't mind.
Just rewatching that makes me slightly angry.
I can't take stuff.
But Mikkel and Zazendar clutch. They pull it out so hard.
Did we get it?
And even though Synopsio died, he somehow pulled the aggro on Haru's laser beam.
Did he just target you outside the gate?
Alright,
And Michael takes charge. He's calling out coordinates for each person to go to who's still alive for the pillars. And then somehow Synopsio pulls aggro again.
No.
But it wasn't enough. We raced against the timer, the clock, the inevitable march forward, and we lost. subscribe.